Preparing for live stream. The meeting.
Recording in progress.
Woohoo. So then, sisters and brothers, welcome to the 132nd virtual Catbird Cafe. Thanks for showing up. And also thank the legumes who may have arrived.
No legumes yet.
No legumes yet, so all right. When they get here, we can welcome them. And if anybody's on YouTube, we welcome to the tubers. Today's suggested themes are Guy Fawkes Day, Bonfire Day, Gunpowder Day, or Bison Day.
That's a lot of bull.
There's Karen Sauer. Hi, Karen.
Karen Sauer.
Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Behind a big light.
There you go.
There you go.
Now we can see you.
All right.
All right. I did turn down our volume, and I don't hear that echo now. So thank you, John.
Check
Okay.
one. Barely, just barely.
Yeah.
And that's so. That's
You hear us okay with the volume turned a little bit down?
Yeah, that's just the speaker volume. So
that's
your
the
microphone.
speaker. You just
should
turn it
still
down
be-
on that,
Oh
right?
no, I turned the microphone down too.
Oh,
Oh. Well then, I have no idea.
yeah, you sound all right. You might want to boost it when you're singing.
He's
Well,
not gonna.
I'm not going to be singing today. I blew out my voice,
Oh,
and I can't sing. I tried
uh,
a few times, but my voice just keeps breaking.
Aw,
so,
He rest his voice tonight.
I'm going to be on WATD tomorrow night along with Bob, Cowboy Bob.
that's right.
And it'll be the second pre-election forum, and we're asking people, please, if you have any opinions, to please call in and voice them. Last two Sundays ago, it was half talking and half music, and everybody called in about how wonderful the music was, but nobody rose to the occasion as far as joining in the conversation. So if you please, any of you, please feel free. It's WATD 95.9 on your FM dial, or on Facebook Live. You can go to Sandy Stride's Facebook page at STREID. And what have I left out, John?
What time?
5 o'clock.
No.
Thank
so-
No,
Sorry,
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
7 o'clock. It goes to 9. And then there's an additional half hour or so on Facebook after the radio station tunes down.
Right.
So you can
Thank
say all the things you wouldn't say on the radio.
95.com.
www.959watd.com.
Okay,
And
959watd.com.
they publicize the call-in number on the show. So
Yep.
if you happen to be free and would like to listen, and especially if you have something to say and call in, it just makes the evening more engaging.
Maybe you should boost your mic sensitivity a little bit because you're soft. You're still soft. Talk while you're doing it.
Okay.
Check one, check two.
Check one, check
Talking, talking,
I
talking.
can hear them.
That's better.
Okay,
two. All right, so it's back where it was originally. So
Okay.
good.
we'll see how that goes. All right.
We're going to start the evening with John McHugh, followed by Mike Delaney, followed by Rich Barrett. And I
And
don't
then
see,
Marianne does have to leave. Is that going to get you? You gonna be okay, Marianne?
Oh,
if
she's
you
gone
go
already.
forth.
Oh, she's not even there right now. So okay.
We want John.
Well,
She knew she was four, so I'm hoping that that'll work for her.
okay.
Was that Michelle?
If
We
she
want
wants to switch, I'll switch. She can go in my place and I'll swap with her. She can get out earlier.
You're a good man.
Thank you. That'd be great if she needs it. If she's all set, then no worries.
Okay.
Thank you, Rich.
All right, so we'll get the ball rolling here with the lovely and talented John McHugh.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. As you know, I wasn't here last week, but I wrote a song, so I'm going to do my Halloween song.
All right.
But don't worry, it's still scary. It started out as just Halloween, and somehow while I was writing it, it morphed into a political thing and voting and that kind of stuff.
Oh, good.
So they're mixed together.
Indeed.
I call it Scary Halloween. Halloween, it's Halloween. It's a scary, spooky scene. You don't want to go through all alone. It's the night when restless souls clamber from their clammy holes, chill the bravest people to the bone. Ow! That's the chorus if you want to sing. Did you hear what was that noise? Sounded like a ghostly voice telling me to help him find his head. Think I'll turn on all the lights, lock the doors and windows tight. Not that I'm afraid of the undead. Ow! 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 Wolfmen, ghosts, and goblins, they commit the greatest sins. Zombies troll the neighborhood for brains. Brains are what they like the best. Republicans can safely rest. Zombies want to make it worth their pains. Ow! 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 If you really want to fright, just stay home election night. Let the red wave drown you in your boat. There be demons in the night trying to take away your rights. Better get up off your ass and vote. Ow! 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 Ow!
There's a dog in there.
Hey, John.
All right, John. Well done, sir.
Very good.
Yep.
Very
Yep.
good.
And yeah, that's a good political insight there, because if we're not careful, this could be the last election, not just another election, folks.
Oh God, don't say that.
Well, I'm just,
That's the truth.
telling it like it is.
It is the truth.
If
Very
people,
true.
so if you know anybody that's not voting, try to convince them.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you know any old people that have trouble getting to the polls, get them there. And do anything you can.
Everyone's got to vote.
Yeah.
We still have a lot of room up in Canada.
Oh, good.
We've been
Thanks.
considering it.
Yeah.
We might
might
be,
be-
we might be
Might
coming
be
up.
filling up fast after the election.
Yeah, it might happen.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
thank you,
it'll
everybody.
be- in a few
Thank
years,
you,
it'll be warmer up there. So,
Yeah.
thank you, John McHugh. John McHugh, give it up.
Thank you.
Now, before we go on, we have a scheduled thing I want to mention. Storm just joined us, and Storm, you signed up for number 9 because it was open on the sign-up sheet, but we'd already given it to Pat Buckner, so we're going to give you number 11, which is Steven's slot, and he's not going to sing. So,
Hi, Storm.
hi, Storm. You'll be number 11 instead of number 9.
And look, Michael's here.
Michael's
Michael
here.
Gutierrez-May is here.
Hey, dude.
Woohoo.
Michael.
All right. So, anyway, sorry. Now we can go to Mike Delaney.
All right. Mike Delaney. Speaking of Echo, he's an ecological crusader and is largely responsible for cleaning up the Boston Bay. Remember when the Boston Bay was one of the filthiest areas of water? that there
Love
was?
that dirty water.
Yeah.
But now it's not, thanks to people like Mike Delaney. Give it up.
Yeah,
Mike.
Thank you.
Go,
Thanks. So this is my probably my latest song, just about. And I was thinking about the loss of a friend, and it's called "The Death of a Friend." Good evening, everyone I see. Thank you for being here and joining me. We celebrate the life of our dear friend. We all admired his devotion, but now it's time for deep emotion. Alas, his time has come to an end. We miss him so, now he's gone. We must somehow carry on and try to keep him ever in our minds. Perhaps he can still come back, though he's always under attack. Every day I see the danger signs. We mourn the death of truth. Turn on the TV if you need proof. Was here and then poof, it's the death of truth. It started in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve wanted to do some eating, so they asked the serpent what was good. The snake pointed to the knowledge tree. Eat the apple and God's you'll be. Go on, do it. I think you should. Yes, it's the death of truth. I tell you, this ain't no spoof. Truth was long in the tooth. It's the death of truth. Did you know the big lie isn't a big lie? The Mar-a-Lago files were planted by the FBI, and January 6th was a false flag by the blacks. The Sandy Hook babes were crisis actors. The COVID vaccine has a tracking chip factor, and the wildfires are a Jewish space laser attack. Yes, it's the death of truth. He was grounded, never aloof, but he was dissed like someone uncouth. It's the death of truth. Monkeypox is caused by 5G. Fake climate change is all over TV, and everyone knows the big steal is totally real. Osama, we know, is still alive, and Fauci speaks of nothing but lies, and 4 cheeseburgers is a totally healthy meal. Yes, it's the death of truth. There's no time left to goof, like a fist punch in the gut, oof. It's the death of truth. This is fun, I can't stop. I love the ones that are so over the top, like we know QAnon is on the right track. And fluoride is controlling your mind. We shouldn't mix with any other kind. Truth is gone and never coming back. No! It's time to save truth. To your friends we must speak the proof and do your duty in the voting booth. Yes, you must work to save truth. We were wrong and we can celebrate the return of truth.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, great one.
Great one, Mike.
The nail right on the head.
You got all of
Yeah.
it.
So thanks. I was looking back over the songs that I've played here at Catbird and trying to find something I haven't played here at Catbird, and I had to go back to 2001. This is a song, I'll just explain, 2001 was after the 2000 election when the Supreme Court picked the winner that year.
Al Gore.
And Al Gore, and we got W. And this song I wrote back then in 2001, and so it's a verse about W. It's a verse about who would think that Cheney would be someone we would admire, but this is the other Cheney, the dad, and then Al Gore. I would not rely on Cheney or someone just as brainy. To me that does seem plain. And my twins, they'd be stopping there incessantly bar hopping if I only had a brain. In Texas it was easy, life was simple, light and breezy, and I had so much to gain. If I needed a solution, I just have an execution, so I didn't need a brain. Oh, I just don't know why my daddy didn't tell me so. Every day there's stuff I really gotta know. I thought this job was just for show. I am leading a world power, but after half an hour, my noggin's full of pain. And if my head was big as Lincoln, I could do a lot more thinking if I only had a brain. I am number 2 to W. I hope that doesn't trouble ya, 'cause I can do my part. But they wouldn't have to dicker or reconstruct my ticker with an artificial heart. I wouldn't be bombastic if my chest was full of plastic and surgical steel parts. I could manage to do something if the little pumps were pumping in my artificial heart. Look at me, I'm just VP, but I can run the show, 'cause I know stuff that Bush just doesn't know. I have a role and control. The people, they'll be learning, there's no point in conserving, I've known it from the start. There'll be lots of oil drilling, and the feeling is so thrilling in my artificial heart. Yes, it's true that Gore was boring. He had the people snoring by lacking vim and verve. But our country could be greater if we had elected Nader, but we didn't have the nerve. There's just one explanation for all of our great nation. We get what we deserve. Wow, we could have had a slugger, but the one we got was smugger, 'cause we didn't have the nerve. These guys were no surprise for anyone who could think we could find a better one in a wink. What we got was the weakest link. Goodbye. There's no wizard, there's no magic. It may seem kind of tragic, but we get what we deserve. So don't listen to your party and be sure to listen. So don't listen to your party and be sure to get a smarty who will serve. And be sure to have some brains, some heart, some nerve. We're off to get a refund. Oops.
All right.
Yeah, Mike.
That's Mike, not Cheney, but Delaney.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that was a buried treasure.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So far, we've had 3 very appropriate songs for Guy Fawkes Day. Marianne, are you with us?
You
You
can
seem
stop my
like you are.
recording.
Can you wait until 4th, because Rich is willing to let you go on now, and
If you'd rather. You're okay?
I'm here till like 7.
okay, all
All
right.
right, awesome.
Well, then we'll let Rich serenade us.
Richard.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Snake.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Snake.
And so where's Rich?
I'm right here.
I can't see you. Oh, there it is.
There he is.
The mushroom. All right. Are you going to be able to play that song?
Yeah,
All right.
I have it.
Outstanding.
I'm not positive that I can do it justice, but
Well, we
Give it a shot.
appreciate you giving it a try.
All right. All right. Give it up for the amazing Rich Barrett.
Yeah, Rich.
this is a song that goes through my mind every time I hit the highway or even the back roads. My road isn't big enough for 2 cars side by side, but yet I get past. So this is a Jimmy Buffett song. It's either called the I-95 song or the asshole song. Well, I was driving down the 195 the other night. Somebody nearly cut me right off the road. Decided it wasn't going to do any good to get mad. So I wrote a song about him instead. Goes like this. Were you born an asshole? Do you work at it your whole life? Either way, it worked out fine. You're an asshole tonight. Yes, you're an ASSHOLE. Don't try to blame it on me. You deserve all the credit. You're an asshole tonight. You're an asshole yesterday. You're an asshole tonight. I've got a feeling you're an asshole the rest of your life. And I was talking to your mother just the other night. Told her I thought you're an asshole. She said, yes, I think you're right. All your friends are assholes because you've known them your whole life. Somebody told me you're an asshole for a wife. Were you born an asshole or did you work at it your whole life? Either way, it worked out fine. 'Cause you're an asshole tonight.
All right.
Simple and straightforward.
Passed him, nearly wrecked him.
My daughter figured out a way to adjust her mirrors so that whenever somebody's behind her with their high beams on, it just bounces back at them.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
that's
think of a good,
That's a good
That's
one.
great.
Very
I'm
nice.
trying to think of a good rebuttal to this.
Rebuttal.
Oh no.
Oh, gosh. That was a real sphincter.
Yeah. And this next one's a Kenny Rogers song. Again, I hope I can do it justice, but it's The Gambler. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness till boredom overtook us and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces and knowing what their cards were by the way they held their eyes. And if you don't mind my saying, I can see you're out of aces. Taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And I grew deathly quiet. His face lost all expression. He said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done." Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing when to run. 'Cause every card's a winner and every hand's a loser. And the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. And when he was finished speaking, he turned to the window, crushed down his cigarette and faded off to sleep. Somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. In his final words I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away and know when to run. I hate that chord. It's count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Sorry, I'm having trouble with my hands tonight.
No apology necessary.
Yeah. No worries.
Rich Barrett, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
It happens.
I like the way he rhymes bottle and swallow.
Right.
That takes a lot of nerve. But but he got away with it.
You did.
Yeah, and it's a good song. We talked about this before during the first 15 minutes, but some of you may not know that there is such a thing in updated Zoom as the original sound for musicians instead of just original sound. It would be up in the top left of your screen. Do you have that, Rich?
Yes, I do. Oh, wait a minute. It says it's off. I thought I turned it on.
You have to
Ah,
turn it on every time.
oh, you
Oh,
do.
Yep.
Okay,
Look at that.
Stay on.
I didn't realize that. Something to know. All right, good deal. Thanks, Rich.
Yay, Rich.
Woo! All right, now we'll go down to Marianne Land and we'll listen to her before she gets off. Look at her,
Oh,
isn't she
okay.
pretty?
All
What's
dressed
the matter?
up. Ready to go out.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, that original.
All right, put your hands together for Mary Ann McAllister.
Thank you. Yeah, that thing every time, and I'm like, I have like a 5 to 10 minute lag of, oh yeah, musician, original sound. You got to do it every time. So another good thing about not being first and catch up. I think I added these songs late in the program. This is a song I added, and I thought I played it the last time Thursday, but I thought, no, I didn't play this last week. So, because, you know, you add a song on Halloween Day. This is called The Wobbled Goblin with the Broken Broom. It's not written by John McHugh.
It sounds like one of mine.
It kind of sounds like it. There once was a sad little goblin who had a broken broom. When he went anywhere, it would wobble in the air, and his heart would fill with gloom. He tried so hard to fix it every night, but he just couldn't get it working right. The wobbling goblin with the broken broom could never fly too high, for I'd have to take off, another piece would break off, and soon he would be dangling in the sky. Each evening, just as he would leave the ground, his radio would say, "Control tower to Goblin, your broomstick is a wobbin', you better make a landing right away." It soon got so he could only ride when the witches took him piggyback, until at last he used his brain and bought himself an aeroplane. So if you look for him on Halloween, you'll see him zip and zoom. No harm can befall him, no longer can they call him the wobbling goblin with the broken broom.
Yeah, man. Wobbling Goblin. Are you sure John didn't write that?
Who wrote that?
Oh, I did not.
Gerald Marks and Milton Peskel.
Okay.
All
Not
right.
sure what else they've done.
That's really cute.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Well, you know, and this song was something I love to listen to. YouTube vintage, whatever, Christmas, autumn, and they had Halloween. I didn't think about that until Halloween Day, and I'd heard this song, Autumn Serenade, before, and it was done with this like a carolier type thing. So it was a female singer with a chorus doing this wonderful colors, and I thought, well, it's kind of hard to do with a voice and guitar. And then I heard a version that was, oh my gosh, I can't even think of it, John Coltrane and Jimmy Hartman. And they do this A minor B flat toggle that is just like, oh my gosh. And I got to talking Harlem Nocturne. Now I got to learn that one too, because it has me thinking about that. But this is Autumn Serenade. Through the trees comes autumn with her serenade. kisses we know are beautiful souvenirs. As I pause to recall, the leaves seem to fall like tears. Silver stars were clinging to the autumn sky. Love was ours until October wandered by. Let the years come and go, I'll still feel the glow that time cannot fade when I hear that lovely autumn serenade. Autumn kisses we know are beautiful souvenirs. As I pause to recall, the leaves seem to fall like tears. Silver stars were clinging to an autumn sky. Love was ours until October wandered by. Let the years come and go, I'll still feel the glow that time cannot fade when I hear that lovely autumn serenade.
Wow.
Wow, we had
wow.
the, oh, that was,
So lovely.
oh yeah, and that song, you keep going back and forth from minor to major to,
Gorgeous.
So we
Yeah.
were having fun.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
And
working.
you do it just fine. Let's hear it from Mary Ann
Yeah,
McAllister.
Mary Ann.
And this would probably be as good a time as any to remind you that on Sunday, November 13th, Musicians for the Greater Good will be putting on a benefit concert, and we'll be talking about gun violence. And Mary Ann will be performing at that event. And while we're talking about it, so will these other Catbirdians: Ron Israel, Joan Lang, Dick Pierce, Mike Delaney, Jan Luby, Jimmy Lunsford, Tristan Israel, Stephen Martin, whoever he is. Um, and that's it for the Catbirdians. And that's going to be at 5 o'clock.
Yes, 5 o'clock on the 13th,
On-
and we're raising funds for.
Does it say? Raising funds.
For the.
It doesn't say.
I'm sorry. Brady.
Oh, it's on the other one.
Brady Action Against Gun Violence.
Yep,
and,
that's a national thing.
And Rhode Island Moms Against. Anyway, two organizations. It's up there. It's at the top.
Very.
Right here. Right here.
Oh, the blue stuff. Okay. The Rhode Island branch of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense.
So two good organizations. Ron has spoken with them. They'll both be providing us with speakers, and they're very appreciative of the effort. So you can join it by the Musicians for the Greater Good Facebook page. You can go to Zoom to YouTube and watch it live. Sorry, and we only let the performers into the Zoom for that particular concert, but it is available to link to from the Musicians for the Greater Good Facebook page or the musiciansforthegreatergood.org website.
Okay, and it's live streamed on
Live streamed on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah,
So, no excuse for not taking that
and
in.
of course you can watch it later on too.
Yeah, it'll always be there.
Yeah.
Once it's out there, it's out there. And for you performers, please do share the information that you got from
Invite
us.
your fans and
Invite
friends.
your fans and friends.
Please.
Alrighty then, moving right along. We've got Michelle Abadia, then the Snake, and then Michael Gutierrez May. And we're all over the place. Michael is in Roanoke tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then, please join us in welcoming back the fantabulous Michelle Abadia.
Go, Michelle. Go, Michelle.
Oh, go, Michelle.
Oh, ha, ha.
Go, Michelle.
Okay, someone's mucking me. I love it.
We're loving you.
That's it. Let's see. Okay. Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna do. Okay, no. Here I go. So the first one is from the Lionel Richie and the Commodores. I adapted it so that it can serve my purpose. So. Thanks for the times that you've given me. The memories are all in my mind. And now that we've come to the end of our rainbow, there's something I must say out loud. You were once, twice, 3 times my baby, and I love you. Yes, you're once, twice, 3 times my baby, and I love you. I love you. When we are together, the moments I've cherished, with every beat of my heart, to touch you, to hold you, to feel you, to need you. There's nothing to keep us apart.
Oh, that was very nice.
Beautiful.
breathtaking.
Nice adaptation.
Oh, Michelle, that was gorgeous.
Good adaptation.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks so much.
So romantic.
Oh, well. I'm not usually the romantic type, but I've sung at so many wedding ceremonies that I kind of fake it. So, anyway,
You do it well.
I'm glad it works. So, I added this one to my repertoire just today. So, you are the first victims, the first people to hear this. We'll see how it goes. This is a hit by the group Survivor. No, it is not Eye of the Tiger. It is a hit from the late 80s called The Search is Over. How can I convince you what you see is real? But who am I to blame you for doubting what you feel? I was always preaching, you were just a boy. I knew I took for granted the friend I have in you. I was living for a dream, loving for a moment, taking on the world. That was just my style. Then I looked into your eyes and I can see forever. The search is over. You were with me all the while. Can we last forever? Will we fall apart? At times it's so confusing, the questions of the heart. You'd follow me through changes, and patiently you'd wait till I'd get to my senses through some miracle of fate. I was living for a dream, loving for a moment, taking on the world. That was just my style. Then I looked into your eyes. I can see forever. The search is over. You were with me all the while. Now the miles stretch right behind me, loves that I have lost, broken hearts like victims of a game. Then good luck, it finally struck like lightning from the blue. Every highway's leading me back to you. Now at last I hold you. Now all's been said and done. My search has come full circle. Our destinies are one. So if you ever loved me, show me that you give a damn. You'll know for certain the woman I really am. was just my style. Then I touched your hand. Now I can hear you whisper, the search is over. Love was right before my eyes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Very nice.
So beautiful.
Oh, what a great choice. I love how
Wonderful
you do
addition to
that.
your repertoire.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Good. You were the very first ones to hear it.
Yay,
It-
we're honored.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Michelle.
And two very romantic songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Geez. All right, Snake, you're gonna follow that, and then we got Michael Gutierrez, me, and Karen Sauer coming up. So.
There we go.
I opened for
Young-
Snake.
You open for Snake.
I opened for Snake.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. It is an honor. And so, ladies and germs, do give it up for the Snake.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is a song from 1935. It was written by Hugh Williams and Jimmy Kennedy. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. She sails at the dawning all day. I've been blue. Red sails in the sunset. I'm trusting in you. Swift wings you must borrow. Make straight for the shore. We marry tomorrow. And she goes sailing no more. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. Swift wings you must borrow. Make straight for the shore. We marry tomorrow. And she goes sailing no more. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my love loved one home safely to me.
That's nice.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it was a lovely
Love
song.
that song.
The first 45 single I ever bought was Tab Hunter. That was on the B side of Young Love. Tab Hunter doing that song, and he was a pretty good actor, but he couldn't sing for shit, and and so they just drenched him with all kinds of reverb and stuff, so you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that you really liked Tab Hunter's version of that. This is a song from 1975, written by Stevie Nicks. Took my love, took it down, climbed a mountain, turned around. When I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, took a landslide, brought it down. Mirror in the sky, what is love? And the child in my heart rise above. Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children grow older, I'm getting older too. So take my love, take it down, climb a mountain, turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, a landslide will bring it down. Now I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children grow older, I'm getting older too. Yes, I'm getting older too. So take my love, take it down, climb a mountain, turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, landslide will bring it down. Yes, if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, landslide will bring it down.
A wonderful music.
Love that song.
Yeah, I mean, the way he delivers it,
Yeah, yeah.
it's really everything.
Yep, really great.
That would be Eric the Snake Gullickson. All right.
Nice.
Thank you, man. And now it's Michael Gutierrez May's turn. Look at him.
And after Michael is Karen Sauer and Pat Buckner.
That's right. And that's not her. That's not her New England accent, Buckner. It's not Buckner. It's Buckner. So
I don't actually have much of a New England accent, do I?
it's right there. No, I do. There he is. All right, looking good. How are you?
I am good, thank you. And contrary to what you are looking at, Roanoke is not experiencing a lunar eclipse.
Ah,
I'm in my mother's room. It's kind of like an enclosed porch, and unfortunately, I don't have very much in the way of good backlighting.
no.
So I'm kind of, we're winging it from here.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know,
Glad
and
you are.
you're a good-looking guy. It sets you off.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And you joined us from Virginia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah. Good
so,
old-
sisters
way
and
north.
brothers, put your hands together for Michael Gutierrez May.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do the only person who has heard this song is Stephen. And this is a new song. It's called Jesus Loves You. It was actually inspired by a conversation I had with one of my therapy clients who was having a great day until he ran across somebody who was going way too slow and was blocking his path. So, this is Jesus Loves You. I was minding my own business. I was having a great day. Until you and your Toyota got into my way. Well, I couldn't steer around you. You were going way too slow. It was raining. It was pouring. I had nowhere else to go. You should not be out here driving if you're stoned or if you're drunk. Jesus loves you, me not quite so much. I revved up my engine, but you didn't get the hint. You appeared preoccupied with whatever you were thinking. But you should not be out here driving when you're stoned or when you're drunk. Jesus loves you, but me not quite so much. I had only one. Lead me not into temptation. Take away that license and registration. And I had only one last option, and when I saw my chance, I blew right by you, say lovey. You honked your horn, and that was our last dance. You should not be out here driving if you're stoned or if you're drunk. Jesus loves you, but me not quite so much. Jesus loves you, me not quite so much.
Yeah.
All right, another version of the asshole song. And it reminds
Yeah.
Snake. It reminds me of following Jack McKenna down the highway. I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, from earlier, yeah, I had that thought too. That Mike was going to the same. We're basically going to be doing the same song.
That should be a theme.
Yeah.
So for the second song, this is my dream song. This is on the Drifting to the Right album, and
Love this
it's
song.
had kind of something interesting that's happened with the song. There's a service magazine and blog in Toronto called EthnoCloud, and in August, Dream was number 5 on the EthnoCloud chart. In September, Dream was number 4 on the EthnoCloud chart. In October, Dream is number 2 on the EthnoCloud chart.
All right, we did it. All right.
You know what I'd attribute it to? Joe Clapp's oud.
Yeah, he plays blues oud on it.
Yeah, because they noticed the oud sound, and it's propelled it to almost to the top of the chart. And anyway, I think this is really proved to be a very popular song. So here's Dream. Dream, dream a little dream. Take me on a little trip, on a contented cloud. Drop me off someplace nice. Come back in a little while. Dream, move me in and out, and show me something that could never happen. Walk around the dream world, my cloud will wait for me. Walk in 3/4 time. Dream, don't scare me tonight. Please be reassuring. So much else could go so wrong. And don't disappear and leave no trace when I wake. Be a contented dream in a peaceful place. Dream.
Yeah, baby.
Very nice.
I love that
I always
song.
love that song.
Yeah. Even without Joe Clapp's
Even
oud.
without the oud,
Yeah.
it's still beautiful.
Yep. Good
Thanks,
stuff.
everybody.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Michael Gutierrez,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Awesome.
All right. I produced that album for him, and I'm working with our next performer on an album of my own. And she is tickling the ivories on practically every song on the CD, and doing a fine job of it. It's good to see you here at the Catbird.
Yeah, glad to have you back,
And
Karen.
welcome back. And we'll be going back into the studio on the 17th, by the way, if you're,
Okay.
if you're available. And since Fred Meltzer has since put drum tracks down on everything, so I'm looking
Cool.
forward to. We're looking forward to that, and we'll talk maybe tomorrow about that.
Okay.
All right. Give it up, s'il vous plaît, for Karen Sauer.
Thank you very much. I do have a song that's on one of the topics tonight, but first I'm going to play an even more appropriate song because this is the end of daylight savings time tonight. So turn your clock some direction, I don't know which. So daylight savings time started in 1929, and this song was written in 1931 by Irving Cahal and Harry Richman. And it's really more appropriate for the other end of daylight savings time, but what the heck. And it's called There Ought to Be a Moonlight Savings Time. Birdies fly with new ambition, spring is in their song. Soon you'll find yourself a-wishing days were not so long. If my thought is not defined, listen while I speak my mind. There ought to be a moonlight saving time, so I could love that man of mine until the birdies wake and chime good morning. There ought to be a law in clover time to keep that moon out over time, to keep each lover's lane in rhyme till dawning. You'd better hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, get busy today. You'd better croon a tune to the man in the moon. Here's what I'd say. There ought to be a moonlight saving time so I could love that man of mine until the birdies wake and chime good morning. In January the nights are very long, but that's all right. In happy June comes the honeymoon time. Days are longer than the night. In love time season, the moon's the reason for every cuddle and kiss. When the days are longer, the nights are shorter. Something should be done about this. Whoops. There ought to be a moonlight saving time to make the morning glories climb an hour later on the vine each morning. You sorta need a moon to bill and coo, an old back porch, a birch canoe, a parlor lamp in June won't do, I'm warning. I've heard the farmers say I'll make hay while the sun is shining above, but when the day is done, night is but you can ask the farmer's son. It's time to make love. There ought to be a moonlight saving time so I could love that man of mine until the birdies wake and chime good morning. That's all.
Very fun.
That's a nice
Great song.
Yeah.
Great, really good.
I'll try it again in the spring.
Very clever.
Certainly had never heard it before.
No, never.
So now, as I said, I have a song that's on topic, and it's on the topic of Bison Day, because this song has a quote, a musical quote about buffaloes, pretty close to bison. So
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
same thing. Okay. So, and this one I wrote. You've heard it before, probably. Let me think. The man I'm waiting for is not influential, consequential. The fellow I'll adore's not existential, intellectual. He may not be for everyone, but he's the one for me. And when I envision him, this is what I see. He rides up on a pinto, doesn't need an intro. He's a cowboy, no need for dude suits, wears those pointy boots. He's a cowboy. When I'm with him, oh, don't need a limo. A pickup truck'll do. He's my buckaroo. I'm riding shotgun with a hot one. He's a cowboy. His shirts have snaps instead of buttons, just a little tuggin'. They're all undone, but if you like unwrapping 'em, try unsnapping 'em one by one. Don't need diamonds and furs, give me his and her spurs. We'll saddle up and see what occurs. 10-gallon hat, oh, give me some of that. He's a cowboy. He wears leather chaps. Do I need to point it out? Chaps go great with jeans, and they're mighty fine without. Think about it. Okay, here comes the quote. Where the buffalo roam. Don't need a tether keeping us together. Though it could be fun. Handy with a lariat. Just a little caveat. His knots don't come undone. Recreational roping is what I'm hoping for. Unbridled passion is always in fashion. And he never complains when I take the reins. He's a cowboy. Somebody please tell me where, oh, where I can find my vaquero. He's a cowboy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that one, Garrett. That's a good one.
Ah,
Very good.
Oh, that's so great. Fantastic.
That is really great. I love it. Love it. Love it.
When you sing that around Cowboy Bob, I think he feels a little uncomfortable.
yeah, Cowboy Rex too.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It is good.
Yeah.
Really is cool.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Fabulous song.
And will we be getting together again before Election Day?
No.
No.
Election Day is Tuesday.
Election Day is Tuesday, so I'm going to just do the chorus from one of your songs, even though I can't sing. Vote, vote, come on and vote. Get on the rolls, go to the polls, don't forget to vote. One more time,
Yeah.
vote, vote, come on and vote.
Oh yeah.
Get on the rolls, go to the polls, don't forget to vote.
Thank you. I think
Aaron
that might,
Sauer.
Yeah.
that might be the first time somebody's covered one of my songs. Thank you.
Oh, he
All right.
covered it a
We'll
week
do it
ago.
again tomorrow night on WATD.
Okay, good.
Karen Sauer, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So, are we halfway there? Just about, huh? Not too many folks playing tonight. So why don't we pause for a word from our sponsor?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yay, Kathy.
Let me spotlight me then. And folks, as you know, every week we have to remind everybody about our mission, why we are here. And it is to support the New England Wildlife Center. They are our raison d'etre. And
Oui,
oui. And to help, as many of you have, and hopefully many of you will again, go to newildlife.org, and there's an easy to find donate button there. Or for a check in the mail, send it to New England Wildlife Center, 500 Columbian Street, South Weymouth, Massachusetts, 02190. I don't have any stories this week. I think they're recovering from their big from
The pumpkin carvathon.
pumpkin, carvathon thing that they said, we haven't spoken to them, but I saw on Facebook that it was 3 days of pumpkin extravaganza, and I think that it went very well, and they had a lot of fun and raised a few bucks. So we'll give them a break this week, and we won't look for any stories for another week or so. But again, thank you for all you've done for the New England Wildlife Center. Everyone there very much appreciates it, as do Stephen and I.
Yeah, a lot. Thank you all.
Yep.
All righty then. Let's move on to Pat Buckner, not Buckner, Buckner.
Buckner.
And then is Tom Maynard with us
He
yet?
just joined us.
Oh,
yes.
good. And then we'll have Tom Maynard and then Storm.
Yeah.
All right, here he is. Let's hear it, please, for Pat Buckner. Buckner.
So tonight I don't have a bison song, but I used to live where the buffalo roam, actually up in Fort Smith, Northwest Territories. It's the site of Wood Buffalo National Park. Back in 1922, they took eight plains buffalo from down south, and they moved them up north. And they immediately interbred with the wood bison up there, and the first winter being migratory animals. They didn't really respect the park boundary, which was the Peace River. And so they waded through the Peace River and traveled another 150 miles further south to graze for the winter. So they had to double the size of the park, and they're still there. So that's my bison story.
Cool.
Here's a tune that I wrote just before the pandemic. Everyone I meet, they've been acting strange. Everywhere I go, now it's all the same. Cold wind blowing, mighty chill in the air. No one seems to notice, nobody seems to care. Well, nobody's talking, no one's speaking up. Staring at their phones, can't seem to get enough. Texting and tweeting, and they're reading fake news. It's enough to give you the anti-social media blues. There's a clown in the big house, fools on the hill. We're all sitting ducks now, ripe for a kill. Don't look now, 'cause you're the next in line. Don't need to see the movie to know it ain't working out fine. Well, we're falling back to the bad old days. Same old mistakes now in brand new ways. Making poor choices, just look around. Well, the water, it's rising, time to find higher ground. But no one's listening, no one getting up. Staring at their tablets and the coffee cups. Skyping and hyping and believing fake news. Well, it's enough to give you the anti-social media blues. Well, this ain't no place we ever wanted to be. Said we're making progress, but we never get free. And every path we take leads to another locked door. And you know full well we've been here before. Now every day something seems to get worse. System breaking down like we're under a curse. And like BB says, babe, the thrill it's gone. And any fool can tell you what's happening is wrong. Now our freedom's eroding, times are getting rough. Ain't no denying we should have had enough. And don't take a genius to see what's going on. Well, it's time to make some changes, time to be moving on. Yet no one's complaining, no one's speaking up. Too busy taking selfies, too distracted to look up. And they're texting, tweeting, spreading fake news. It's enough to give you the anti-social media Enough to give you the antisocial media. Enough to give you the antisocial media blues.
Oh, yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Amen.
Yep. If everybody doesn't vote, if you and all your friends don't vote, this could be the final election. Yeah, could be.
The final election sounds like the name of a song.
Yeah.
Got a couple days to write it.
It also could maybe be the title of a horror movie. So John Prine grew up next to a junkyard, and one of his favorite things doing as a kid was going to the junkyard and breaking bottles. And his friends all said those bottles look like diamond rings. And his first steady girlfriend was a waitress at a cafe in Illinois. And so he's often said in interviews that this is the favorite song of his that he wrote. It's called Far From Me. As a cafe was a closing on a warm summer night, Kathy was cleaning the spoons. The radio played the hit parade. I hummed along with the tune. Well, she asked me to change the station. Said the song just drove her insane. But it weren't just the music playing. It was me she was trying to blame. And the sky, it's all black still now, on a hill where the angels sing. Ain't it funny how this old broken bottle looks just like a diamond ring? But it's far, far from me. Well, I leaned on my left leg in the parking lot dirt. Kathy was closing the lights, and a June buggy flew from the warmth he once knew. I wished for once I weren't right. Well, we used to laugh together, dance any old song. Well, you know, she still laughs with me, but she waits just a second too long. And the sky, it's all black and still now, on a hill where the angels sing. Ain't it funny how this old broken bottle looks just like a diamond ring? But it's far, far from me. Well, I started the engine and I gave it some gas. Kathy was closing her purse. We hadn't gone far in that beat up old car. I was prepared for the worst. Well, will you still see me tomorrow? No, I got too much to do. Well, a question ain't really a question if you know the answer to. And the sky, it's all black, it's still now, on a hill where the old angels sing. Ain't it funny how an old broken bottle looks just like a diamond ring? But it's far, far from me. Yes, it's far, far from me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yep. Pat Buckner.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Pat. Glad you could make
Indeed,
it.
yes. Yep, always glad to see you and hear you. You're getting back, Rich, to your asshole song. I saw a bumper sticker once, and I really like it. It says "honk if you're an asshole." So anyway, let's move on and see what Tom Maynard is doing. After Tom, it'll be Storm and then Ron.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yay, Tom.
All right, calm down. Really?
Yay, Tom.
Yes, indeed. Put your hands together for Tom Maynard.
Oh, Tom. Oh, yay, Tom.
Thanks. I'm not in a position to turn my reverb on and off at this point, so it's just on. But sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I missed folks earlier. I'll check it out on YouTube later. I'm not going to be doing anything with the themes tonight. I have an original song I'm going to do, which is a couple years old. I think it's pre-pandemic. And then I think I'm going to do a Dan Fogelberg song after that. But this is mine. This is called November Rose Before the Frost. November rose before the frost, a summer's day in her bloom. All secrets seem to hide inside the universe in her womb. Must I dwell on her life cut short and grieve the loss coming on? Or can I find joy in this moment now, when life and beauty have won? November rose, a fragile thing reaching out to be known. A yearning force, an aching call, unrequited, alone. Can it be enough? Perhaps. I've seen her petals unfold, that a bud has opened, perfect and pure, here on winter's threshold. This flare of flame at the foot of the wall, the cold will most surely devour, but I'll hear it echo in the cardinal's call as the snow sifts down all around his bower. November rose before the frost shines in late afternoon sun. So small a thing, so large a thing, for life and beauty have won. So small a thing, so large a thing, for life and beauty have won.
A lovely song, Life and Beauty. Yeah, this
Beautiful.
moment right here. Yeah. Yep.
Can only do that a couple times a year.
Right.
Yeah. We got the beach roses out in Hull,
Still,
a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and we've, with the way the weather's been over the past, week or so, actually, past couple weeks, we have some huge roses that have bloomed recently. So,
Nice.
but this
Yeah.
song
Well,
was based off of a picture that somebody posted to Facebook, which was just a single blossom, and somebody had said, "Hey, it's a November rose before the frost," and someone else said, "Hey, that sounds like a great song title," and then somehow I got assigned to write it. So.
great job.
Right.
Well
Yeah,
done.
really good. Really good.
So this next one is another song, another sort of flower-ish song. This is called Wisteria. That's too low, too low. Pardon me.
Low even for Tom.
Wisteria. Did you lose another man? No, I'm going to look up the words before I screw it all up. Sorry. There we go. Wisteria. Did you change your face again? Those of us who loved you when can't even find you. Wisteria, did you lose another man? Did you make him understand that he can't touch you? Wisteria, did he take you to the fair, where the folks that you met there, the same that we met? Wisteria, did he teach you how to dance? Did he bring you paper fans to hide your secret? Was he just like all the rest when he got to the sad part? Did he stay a bit too long to save his heart? Was he just like all the rest when he got to the sad part? Did he stay a bit too long to save his heart? Wisteria, are your lips still lily white? Do they still bloom just at night and die at sunrise?
Wow.
Gorgeous song.
Gorgeous. Right. Wow.
Tom
Good one.
Angel.
Thank you. Very good.
Oh, wonderful. Who did you say wrote that?
That's a Dan Fogelberg song.
Oh, Dan Fogelberg, right. Yeah, beautiful.
Yes.
The
I think it's off
was
his
very-
first album, Home Free.
Okay.
He wrote that when he was like 19 or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talent.
You know, many of us creative people are at their peak, unfortunately, around that time. But not all of us. Before we go on to Storm, let's go into the peanut gallery and say hi to Sushan. Oh, that's
Hi.
not her.
Hi, how are you?
I'm looking for Sue. Here we
How
go.
There
you
she is.
doing?
Hey,
Hey,
Sue.
all right. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Uh,
Should we continue?
Well, yeah, what's new? What's
No,
going
yeah,
on?
what's going on?
not much. Not
Yeah,
much.
do you have a note
Maybe.
to excuse your absence last week?
No, I don't. My mom and dad gone. No, yeah, I went to a concert. I went
Oh,
to a concert, and just now I fell asleep. I woke up at 7:30, and oh my God,
Oh, goodness.
who did you see in concert?
who did I see? I forget.
Oh, it was
Must have been
must have
really
been a
good.
wonderful show then.
It was a house concert, I think.
Okay.
Yes, it was oh, I forget her name. Muriel Anderson. You know
Muriel
Muriel?
Anderson.
You know her?
No.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
wonderful. She's wonderful.
she's wonderful. She plays a harp guitar, and it's a strange guitar with like three sets of strings and another
Oh my
piece
God.
of thing coming out of the guitar with higher notes and then lower notes and the other set of strings. It's an amazing instrument. She plays
A
regular
harp
guitar as
guitar.
well. A harp guitar, very nice, very different. It was at a
Outstanding.
house concert in Sharon. So
Excellent.
yeah,
You have a song for us tonight?
I have a song.
Cool.
Thank you. I thought you would have waited for me, but I'm ready. I probably did this before, but I like it. It's called "Hot Like a Wheel" by the McGarrigle Sisters.
Okay.
Um, let's hope I can make it through. Some say the heart is just like a wheel. When you bend it, you can't mend it. And my love for you is like a sinking ship. And my heart is on that ship out in mid-ocean. And it's only love, and it's only love that can wreck a human being and turn her inside out. That can wreck a human being and turn him inside out. Well, they say that death is a tragedy. It comes once and it's over. But my only wish is for that deep, dark abyss. 'Cause what's the use of living with no true lover? And it's only love, it's only love, and that can wreck a human being and turn her inside out. That can wreck a human being and turn him inside out. When harm is done, no love can be won. I know it happens frequently, but I can't understand. Oh, please, God, hold my hand, is why it should have happened to me. And it's only love, and it's only love. It's only love, it's only love, and it's only love, and it's only love. It's only love, and it's only love.
Oh, beautiful.
Right,
Very
Sue.
beautifully done.
Yeah, gorgeous song.
Yeah.
Well done.
Great
Really
voice.
nicely done, Sue.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Hey, that's Sue Sean, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen.
Sue.
Hey,
Thank you.
Sue, awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to hear from Storm next, and then Karen McGuire is not here.
Correct.
And then Judy Neal, because Karen McGuire looks like she's not going to play out. Look like she's not going to show up. And there's an interesting hat.
Hi, Storm.
Hey, Storm.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm a little weary for the world at the moment.
How's your daughter?
She's still in the hospital. She has been both upgraded and downgraded, meaning that she is now of a status where if there was a rehab that would take her, she could go to one, but there's no rehab that will take her. So we now have to go through different procedures, and main care has to be billed in a different fashion. But the positive news is because Mariah had main care when she entered the hospital, if there are parts from here on out that main care won't pay for, the hospital will pick up the bill.
Oh, that's good.
Excellent.
Yeah, and that's a new development. It used to be not too long ago that if someone was in an extended stay in the hospital and got beyond main care, the family had to cough up the money. So
Right.
we were a little concerned.
Not rightly.
I'm glad
But
that's
my
turned out.
computer is giving me fits, so I'm hoping it will scroll properly and I'll be able to do this song. We'll see if it works or not. But my second song, I don't need to scroll, so
Okay.
I'll be able to do all of that one regardless.
Is that a
And I
police
actually
hat?
have this set up with a backup, so we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Well, we have.
All right then. Let's hear it for Storm.
thank you.
Hey, Storm, good to see you.
With Willie from the country and Tommy from the town, I used to play when I was young until the sun went down. We'd play a pirate's bold and the villain's black, and when I would die, I'd get my life right back. With strange brews and medicines, they'd fix me fine as new, and the only wounds I got from playing war were but a scratch or two. Yet I've grown older now, and now I've fought with men, and still I wish that it weren't so, and I was back to then. No medicine for him in pain, no magic touch to pull the bullet from the thigh. Alone upon this darker land, I'll in this moment die. In a barroom in Belfast, into his pint glass, Jack Campbell he sang as last orders were called. The bar stool was his Mustang. He swayed as his wife sang at the gunfire that rang around the OK corral. Her name was Anita. He called her Rosalita. When the beer and the whiskey it went to his head, to him she'd whisper, "Let's take a wee dander to where we'll be cozy in our little homestead. When the sun goes behind the black mountain, street demons come out to dance." Let's see if this is going to work. Come out to dance. No, I gotta switch, sorry. And cowboys who sing about gunfires and Indians against submachine guns, they haven't a chance. As homeward they rambled, Rosalita and Jack Campbell called into their local fast food takeaway as they danced round the chippy, singing yippee-yi-yippee. The crowd in the queue answered yippee-yi-yay. till a car it came cruising, seeking a victim. Jack turned in confusion when he saw the gun. His last word was Jesus. The trigger was squeezed. Jack fell to his knees, and the car, it was gone. When the sun goes behind the black mountain, street demons come out to dance, and cowboys who sing about gunfights and Indians against submachine guns, they haven't a chance. The years passed over behind her closed door. Anita, she sank into Prozac and gin. Her nights and her days spent in a haze down the lonesome road thinking what might have been. Rosalita, the dark senorita, still waiting to hear from Jack Campbell, her man. He whispers to her, let's ride into the sunset. Heaven's only one step from the old Rio Grande. When the sun goes behind the black mountain, street demons come out to dance, and cowboys who sing about gunfights and Indians against submachine guns, they haven't a chance. And way out beyond the black mountain, Rosalita and Jack Campbell dance, where troubles and old songs are forgotten and gone, and dreamers still hold on to love and romance. When the sun goes behind the black mountain, street demons come out to dance, and cowboys who sing about gunfights and Indians against submachine guns, they haven't a chance.
Oh, what a story.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
The poem was the poem was mine, and the song is called Rosalita and Jack Campbell, and it's written by Sean Monet. Okay, and October 26th is a weird anniversary for me. It's the anniversary of the one action at Seabrook that was not done by Clamshell. It was done by a group called October 26th Direct Action. And some of my friends were part of it, so I went there in a support role. And Direct Action believed in property destruction, so they were treated a little bit differently than Seabrook was. And this is true in many of the details that it says. The authorities came in with helicopters and dropped tear gas on people. Cops took off their badges and waded into the crowd. They would go up to people wearing gas masks and rip off the gas masks and mace them straight in the face. And so some of what people think has happened more recently as a new thing isn't all that new. And that was 1979. This is called Ballad Rhode Island Cop, but first I'll do a short poem. Catch the fire of my eyes and send it spinning rainbow-like around the room as if such were the world, and you could send rainbows to Ireland and Soweto, to Iran and Afghanistan, to Washington, D.C. and Louisiana, to Portland, Oregon and Ukraine. Rainbows whose pots are filled with missing people alive and doing well. rainbows to say no more floods from constant tears. Catch the fire of my eyes and send it spinning rainbow-like around the room, as if such were the world, and you could send rainbows into the secretive of prisons, as if such could lighten even the darkest of hearts. Oh, my name it is Tom. I'm a Rhode Island cop. These Seabrook protesters, we just have to stop. They're getting too powerful, growing too fast. So bring out the hoses, the clubs, mason, gas. I know their type. I've seen them before. They don't love their country. They won't fight in war. Their clothes are dirty, and so is their smell. What they are thinking, I'd rather not tell. The books they are reading sure should have been banned. Their prophets and leaders are publicly damned. Their minds are warped. They no longer make sense. They think it no crime to tear down a fence. Trespassing, blockading, they view them the same, then get so upset 'cause I'm wearing no name. They have no respect for the laws of this land. So to protect all that's decent, I'm taking my stand. Well, my name it is Tom. I'm a Rhode Island cop. These Seabrook protesters, we just have to stop. They're getting powerful, growing too fast. So bring out the hoses, the clubs, mace, and gas.
Outstanding. Educational.
Thanks, Tom.
Historical. Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
That's what
And
it
that's
is.
one thing that I appreciate this group for is you think it's outstanding. That song has been banned from 2 different Zooms.
Oh, all right.
Really?
I've
Wow.
actually been banned in Boston. I have been
Congratulations.
I've
Yeah,
joined the
really.
long
The feather in your
tradition.
hat.
I was banned in Boston a year and a half ago.
Congratulations is right.
Right, and of course, the message behind that is that free countries don't ban books or
messages.
or messages or songs.
Yep.
Ah,
Well, thank you, Storm.
Storm, you're the best.
Yeah.
I was told we don't want no red meat political messages here.
Just la-di-da stuff, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And that's what, the difference between passive resistance and direct action. As in direct action, you go there expecting to be arrested. That's actually sort of the goal. And uh, God, what's his name?
Passive resistance.
Yeah, Walden.
Thoreau.
Thoreau pointed out that if there is a law that you consider wrong, unjust, it is your duty as a citizen to stand against it, regardless of what will happen to you. He didn't say that in so many words, but when you go to a direct action, you got to be ready for anything. And fortunately, there are still people who are brave enough to do that. And but once you destroy property, then that bangs it up onto another level. Yeah. So you got to be careful. Anyway, thank you, Storm.
Thank you, Storm.
It's
Making us think.
Yeah, he does. Makes you think. There's another guy coming up that makes you think. That would be Ron.
Yeah. I'm gonna spotlight him right now.
And
There
as
we go.
Ms. McGuire is not here, then after Ron will be Judy Neal, and then we'll check on Cousin Linda. And
Hi, Ron. Hi, Fern.
Hi, Fern. Hi, Ron.
Everybody. Hey, great to see you, Ron. Fern.
Yeah, it's always good to see.
Neil's been heard from.
Yep, Neil's here.
Yep, he sure is.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and germs, put your little hands together for Ron Israel.
Hey, Ron. All right.
Ooh, come on. Holy democracy. That's what Mama said to me. If someone takes your liberty, you go. Holy democracy. Holy democracy. Look who's on TV. Some presidential wannabe. Holy democracy. Holy democracy. You know my name ain't on the registry of voter eligibility. How can that be? Holy, holy democracy. Holy democracy. You know you make so much more than me with no liability. I mean, holy democracy. Holy democracy ain't lying. Holy democracy ain't buying tyranny. Holy democracy. Someone's taken my privacy. Must be Twitter or one of those big tech companies. Holy democracy. Holy democracy. I hear you ain't got the same rights as me. That's so weird. How can it be? Holy democracy. Now, holy democracy, you know, you and me, we can disagree without being enemies. That's holy democracy. Holy, 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 holy democracy.
Yep, great song.
Oh, Ron,
So
that's
true.
beautiful. Wow.
Because we can disagree without being disagreeable.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, Karen Sauer does a good version of that song. Better
But
than
I
me.
love that, what you just did. That was better.
Yep. Great.
Nah. Anyway, I was surprised on the list that Kathy put out of topics that the election wasn't on there because I think someone mentioned that it could be the last election. I'm kind of a little optimistic myself.
I
There's
hope
been a
so,
lot
yeah.
of early voting, which is kind of a good sign. And I think if the Democrats can pull off some of these Senate races, we at least can keep control of the Senate.
Fingers crossed.
Because character is on the ballot. And here's the reason why. All we want is a decent soul, a regular guy. We don't want someone who just gets in the way. That's why character is on the ballot. That's why I'm voting for character today. Kindness is on the ballot. And here's the reason why. Lately, there's such meanness that it makes you wanna cry. We need someone who says, hey, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. That's why kindness is on the ballot. That's why I'm voting for kindness today. And democracy is on the ballot. And here's the reason why. Our system works when everyone gets a decent try. We don't think that anyone should always get their way. That's why democracy is on the ballot. And I'm voting for democracy today. I never vote just with my brain. I always check out my heart. I don't like the candidates who want to rip us apart. Unity is on the ballot, and that might seem far-fetched, but maybe if we all cool down, it wouldn't be such a stretch. I mean, united is what we call ourselves. It's how we find our way. That's why unity is on the ballot, and I'm voting for unity today. Please bring back the U.S. of A.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right, you speak for us
Oh,
too.
Ron, you just battle them out. Unbelievable. What a beautiful song.
excellent.
Yeah.
And you know, I see. You know who else is a bit positive about the election is Michael Moore. He puts out a thing. This is his every week, right?
Every day.
Every day. Okay. And today's has to do with polls and how misleading they can be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that the Republicans put out their own polls and then use the results of the poll to pump themselves up because the
Right.
polls are in their self-interest.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And so many times polls are paid for by corporations, that sort of thing. Yep. Yeah. All right. Well, it's great to see you. Great to hear you. Kathy, we talked about the upcoming MGG concert quite a bit. We said who was going to play and when it was and how people can get there. And
Oh, great.
so we got you covered.
Okay. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Israel.
Hey, Ron, great job.
All right. All right.
You're going to say hi to Heather.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Heather Gaynor and Pam, Heather's
And all
mom.
the kids.
And the kids.
All the kids.
They're on
watching-
YouTube.
Watching on YouTube.
Family of Tubers. And thanks for tuning in.
Love you guys.
Yeah, we do. So Judy is next.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Judy.
I'm not going to do anything on any of the themes,
Okay.
Right.
anything political.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Judy Neal.
Hey, Judy.
Hey, great to see you, Judy.
Thank you. Good to be here, Neil. Thank you. This is a song I wrote after going to somebody's concert and finding myself sort of having romantic fantasies and realizing probably all the women in the audience were doing the same thing. Okay, let's see. Down the stairs to a crowded room, friends and strangers find their way. Come to hear you play your tunes from a bygone day. Tall and lanky in your tight, tight jeans, you caress your guitar, and all the women start to dream of being your co-star. I just want to know one thing. Do you love as good as you sing? Do you kiss like a sweet, sweet song? Could you rock me all night long? The lights are on you on the stage. Heard those lights are warm. Are you getting hotter with age? And can you still perform? I just want to know one thing. Do you love as good as you sing? Do you kiss like a sweet, sweet song? And could you rock me all night long? All night. I like the way you move. I like the way you groove. And when you close your eyes, I wanna fantasize. I wanna fantasize one thing. That you love as good as you sing. That you kiss like a sweet, sweet song. And that you're rocking me all night long. I like the way you move. I like the way you groove. When you close your eyes, I wanna fantasize. I wanna fantasize one thing. That you love as good as you sing. That you kiss like a sweet, sweet song. And that you're rocking me all night long. All night long. All night long. All night.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Judy.
It's all night. It's all right.
Yeah.
Great song.
Well, that sounded about right.
Yeah. Excellent.
Hey, I have a question, folks. It sounds like some people don't have their original sound on, and I know that when Zoom changed their versions, it tends to turn it off between sessions. So just a reminder that you might need to check your original sound.
Yeah, turned off.
Yeah. Especially original sound for musicians.
Yeah.
Because you have to turn that on every single time.
Yeah, that's really the only setting. The original sound is the original sound for musicians. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just put original sound for musicians on last week and now it's off.
Right. I think it turns it off in between sessions.
Oh boy.
Turn it on every week, every day. that you
Okay,
go
so I
to
got it
Zoom.
back on. Hopefully that'll be a little better.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
We're echoing again.
Yep, I don't know why.
All right. This time of year is usually pretty hard for me. I've lost a lot of loved ones, including very beloved pets this time of year. And a friend of mine just lost his dog. And right after I heard about that, I wrote this song for him and for me. It's called I'll Never Forget. If I can remember, it's brand new. We'll see. Slow have breath to breathe. When leaves turn gold, my heart will grieve, and still I find inner peace, knowing love will never cease. I'll never forget you. I'll never forget. I'll never forget you. I'll never forget.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
See, that's so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yup.
Really nice.
Makes us think of a couple of the animals that we have housed and lost, and
I don't know why we're echoing again.
I don't either. Um,
Are you guys hearing us echo this time?
Everyone's
Yeah, I
here.
think it might be Karen Sowers.
Me? Why?
Because you're not echoing when you talk.
Neither are you, Tom.
I think it might be Judy if she has speakers going.
Oh, okay.
Well, it went away.
No more. Okay, it's gone.
All right. Judy,
Yeah,
that was
so
wonderful.
these animals were not pets so much as they were members of the family.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Judy Neal, ladies and
Yeah,
gents.
Judy, thank you. Awesome.
That's so beautiful, Judy. Thank you so much.
All right, let's go out to Marin County now.
Gonna say hi to cousin Linda.
Yep.
Here we are.
And then we'll hear from Ellis Ralph and Diane Battistello.
Hey, cuz.
Hi there.
Hiya. So
How you doing?
that beautiful song by Judy
Yeah.
made me think of my beautiful Maine Coon cat Maggie.
Yeah.
When I would come home from work, she'd be in the window and she'd greet me right at the door.
Yeah.
Sometimes she liked to groom me because my hair was the same color as her fur. She was so affectionate, so loving. Anyway, I miss her. But she moved out here to California with me and lasted about 3 years.
All right.
And she loved it. She loved everywhere she ever lived. She just was so adaptable and comfortable. But anyway, thank you, Judy, because it reminded me of her and I got to think of her.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything else really new or different. I'm painting and resting and trying to rest.
What's that
That's
behind
it.
you?
The flowers
Photograph?
I bought flowers for Halloween. So they're out in the front
Yeah.
of the house.
Nice.
Pretty.
With a few little pumpkins, and we only had 3 trick-or-treaters.
Wow.
The school is 2 blocks away and that street was swarmed, but they don't come up this far,
Yeah.
so
They got
it's all right.
trunk and treat now.
Trunk and treat in a lot of towns.
Yep.
Which
Yep. So anyway, but it's been a good week and beautiful music tonight. Thank you, everyone. Just
Thank
makes
you for
my
being
day.
here, Linda.
Thanks, cuz.
Glad you could make it.
We love you.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye. All right. So let's go on to Ellis Ralph, then Diane Battistello. Then we'll check in with Neil, and then we'll let Freddie drive us home.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome?
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Say, Ellis, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ellis Ralph.
Hey, Ellis, good to see you.
I never hear anybody using the word bison around here, but we have the Buffalo River in Arkansas, which is the first national river, and it is indescribably beautiful. It's a national park. The river is, and the green area, the riparian area around it, and that has been saved by every decade, another successive wave of improbable but unbelievably cool citizen activism, who they saved it from being damned to make power, which was improbable and great, and then they saved it from further development later, and then just the last few years, they evicted a big commercial animal farm, pig farm out of there that was, they monitored and got data and proved it was polluting. And so the every few years there's another rallying cry of save the buffalo. And it occurred to me it's a song about the river, not the animal, but losing the river is like losing an animal when it goes extinct, because once it's gone, it's gone. So this is called Save the River. Now it's called Save the Buffalo, but it's about the river. Save the buffalo. Let's not ever let it go the way of the things we lost before that are gone forevermore. Save the buffalo. Let it be just as God proposed. Let it be free and untamed. Let it be more than just a name on that long list of things in nature that we made become endangered. Extinction lasts forever. Let's start thinking now or never. Save the buffalo. We already lost the passenger pigeon and the Carolina parakeet. We killed them all and all of the sea mink, the elk and cougar in the east. All the dusky seaside sparrows, black soft-shelled turtle, blue walleye, short nose, long jaw, and deep water cisco, shiners, darters, and new pike, Bachman's warbler, Tacoma pocket gopher, goodbye. Let's save the buffalo. Let's not ever let it go the way of the things we lost before that are gone forevermore. Let's save the buffalo. Let it be just as God proposed. Let it be free and untamed. Let it be more than just a name on that long list of things in nature that we made become endangered. Extinction lasts forever. Let's start thinking now or never. Save the buffalo. Today we're killing off the great white shark, the California bighorn sheep, Texas blind salamanders down in the dark, and the Florida manatee, also the California condor, as well as Steller's great sea lion, sand skink and the Gila monster, red wolf and a monarch butterfly, Florida panther, Shenandoah salamander. Goodbye, goodbye to the whooping crane, the yellow-shouldered blackbird too, grizzly bear in all the lower 48, and all the woodland caribou, giant sea bass, giant garter Sierra yellow-legged frog. Ivory-billed woodpecker, American crocodile, wood turtle, and the ocelot. Nashville crayfish, Alabama cavefish, goodbye. Save the buffalo, let's not ever let it go the way of the things we lost before that are gone forevermore. Let's save the buffalo, let it be just as God proposed. Let it be free and untamed, let it be more than just a name on that long list of things in nature that we made become endangered. Extinction lasts forever. We'll start thinking now or never. Save the buffalo.
Powerful song, Ellen.
You were
Very
really
nice.
great song. You know,
Really nice song.
there's the sacred web of life, and we are all connected, the buffalo and us, and you pretty much covered a lot of species here, but of course there are more. For example, the little brown bat. You know, we'll probably do away with them soon enough, and we gotta cut it out. It's a great song.
Could have gone 45 verses, no problem.
Yeah.
Greta Thunberg, at the age of just 15, began school strikes for climate change. Now she knows she won't go back to her routine. She's grown her old worldwide campaign. Hundreds of thousands rise to follow where she leads, while leaders act like children. People everywhere realize the change we need, and a little child should lead them. Our house is on fire. Our house is on fire. There is still time to fix this and undo our mistakes. Everything needs to change, and it has to start today. You pledge to join me, people, whatever it takes. Greta spoke at the UN and the EU. She did not beg leaders to care. Even a child can see what we need to do and to cooperate and share. Some decision makers, leaders who have known exactly what they sacrifice, take unimaginable money for their own, while the emissions only rise. Our house is on fire. Our house is on fire. There is still time to today? Will you pledge to join me, people? Whatever it takes.
Another great song. Ellis Ralph.
Beautiful, Alice.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Words of wisdom.
Thank you, Ella.
Yeah, thanks for all the songs that you delivered to us. It's so thoughtful and timely.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. And now let's move on to Diane. There she is, waving right over there. See?
Hi, everybody.
So good to have you back with us tonight.
Thank you. It's so good to see you all.
Hi,
You,
Diane.
yeah,
Good to see you.
My
Yeah.
my 4-year downsizing and moving project is almost coming to an end. I think in December I'll be in the other house. This one's now for sale. I've had 8 people look at it. Hopefully somebody will take a bite on it. And
Where is it? Where is your
I'm in Norton.
Norton?
I'm in Norton. Yeah. My parents moved here. My father built the house and they moved here in 72 and they didn't throw anything away in 72. Took me 4 years to figure out, am I attached to this? Am I not attached to that? I don't know. Finally, it's just like, it's all going to go. So.
All right, please welcome back the one and only Diane Battistello.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So this first song is to honor our veterans. Veterans Day is coming up next week. Harvested pumpkins and turnip today. Rolled up the hoses, put them away. Planted spring tulip and some daffodil. And I picked the last of the fresh herb from my windowsill, and I'll write a letter. I'll write a letter to you. It's been 3 months now since you've been gone. One more tour in a foreign land. One more Thanksgiving without you near. Followed by the holy day and then the new year. And I'll write my letters. I'll write my letters to you. Letters from home written every day, written even when there's nothing new to say, written with all my heart sealed with a kiss. I want you to know how much you're missed. And tomorrow I'll pack your Christmas gifts. Beef jerky, some candy cane, a new watch for your wrist. I'm always so proud of you and I'm always concerned. So I'll put in some prayers for your safe return and my love letters to you. I'll write you love letters. I'll write you love letters, letters from my heart. Ooh.
Oh, I love it.
That was stunning.
Oh my God, Diane. Next Saturday we're going to be observing Veterans Day. If you had nothing else to do, I'd love it if you could come back and sing that song again.
Oh, sure. Let me look.
Okay. John McHugh is unmuted. Oh, we're all unmuted.
We just clapped for.
I lost my capo last night. Snake and I were down the Vanilla Bean last night at an open mic, and I left the stage with my capo on there. So I had this little thing that I bought one a long time ago. You put it up the fret and it slides up and down. Did you ever see those? I didn't really have any luck with it, but it helped me out tonight. So I'm happy that I had it. So this goes with gunpowder, and I did not get my act together enough to be able to get into the Musicians for Greater Good thing that you're doing next week, but I'll be thinking of you. It's my song to the gun lobby. How do you sleep? How do you sleep at night? Don't you know? Don't you know wrong from right? How many more? How many more will die? Oh, you got a big fat lie. Your big fat lie sells weapons to kids. Your big fat lie points and shoots. Your big fat lie preaches it's not the guns and the dollar signs spin in your head. When will you see? When will you see the light? How about your heart? Your heart must be hollow or filled with spite. How can you ignore? How can you ignore so many say goodbye from your big fat lie? Your big fat lie sells weapons to kids. Your big fat lie points and shoots. Your big fat lie preaches it's not the guns and the dollar signs spin in your head. A wink and a nod. A wink and a nod juice up your appetite. The dollars flow. The money bribes and they underwrite your well-financed campaign with few restrictions on carnage and fright. Oh, your big fat lie. Your big fat lie sells weapons to kids. Your big fat lie points and shoots. Your big fat lie preaches it's not the guns and the dollar signs spin in your head. So how can you sleep? How can you sleep at night? Don't you know? Don't you know wrong from right? How many more will die from your big fat lie? From your big fat lie? From your big fat lie?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
I went a little out of tune there in the middle.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Thank you. Those are great songs. Both of those songs would have been great for next Sunday. And so that folks know, we did ask Diane.
We wanted her there.
We did want her there, but she's unable to attend. So
Yeah,
maybe.
what happened is I had packed the interface and the mics and all stuff, and it was over at the other house, and I didn't know where it was, and I was rummaging around over there the other day, and I found it. So I'll be watching you all. And thank you.
Okay,
Good.
you'll be in our hearts.
Thank you.
Diane Battistello.
Yeah, Diane. Come back soon.
Thank
you.
Okay.
Okay.
Neil's fooling around with his daughter here. I don't know what they're doing, but Neil, are you here with us?
No,
I think not.
Yeah, we would call on Neil, but his daughter just arrived to help him do something, so we're going to have to probably miss Neil.
Either that or he might come back at the end after
Oh,
Freddie.
here he is.
Oh, Neil. Neil, was that you?
No, sorry.
That was Freddie.
Yeah.
Okay. Then maybe we'll go ahead.
Highlight Freddie.
Yeah, because Freddie's up next, and for those of you who don't know, Freddie is the founder and director of the Freddie K Christian Action Fellowship. Helps people with drug, alcohol problems, all kinds of other problems, and you never know what he's going to say, what he's going to sing. So you got to keep your mind open and be ready for Freddie.
Yeah.
Freddie K, folks.
Just try to incorporate cooking my grandson's dinner. Just got in from Martha's Vineyard. It's his 12-year birthday today. And, my nephew took him out driving on the beach in Martha's Vineyard. I guess they lower the air on the tires and drive. So perfect driving age, 12 years old. So
Wish Jackson a happy birthday for us.
thank you. So his old grandpa ever has a heart attack, at least he can drive me to the corners and drop me off. So good. I guess this one's I'm still struggling with my voice, but he'll be back in the this is, I guess, in the bonfire theme. I think I played this song recently. I don't know, for lack of much brain activity, I'm going to play it again today. It's called Get Me a Match. The world's on fire, so get me a match. There's a piece over there that's yet to catch. The world's on fire, would you get me a match? Ooh, there's a piece over there that's yet to catch. The world's on fire. Would you get me a match? There's a piece over there that is yet to catch. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, everyone's searching for love. Some look below and some look above. Everyone's searching for love. Some look below and some look above. Everyone's searching for love. Some look below, some look above. What are you gonna do? The prophecies come true. And what are we gonna say? Without the faithless, burn away, burn away, burn away, wow. world on fire. Would you get me a match? There's a piece over there that's yet to catch. The world's on fire. Would you get me a match? There's a piece over there that's yet to catch. The world's on fire. Would you get me a match? Oh, there's a piece over there that is yet to catch. Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, ready.
All
right, Freddie.
Bet your ass.
Does it go? Change guitars just because I can.
Ah,
You know, why not? Why have this one be so lonely and crying over there?
Poor guitar.
He's just a little skinny guy. Okay. It's one of those little half breeds. But he fits in the trunk very well. The trunk of the car. Okay. This one is I don't know. I feel ostracized, like an ostrich. I should just keep my head in the sand and shut up. But I guess that's why we play music, so we can maybe a few holes with our head dug in the sand, where the message will seep out. I don't know. But this song is called God, God, God Bless America. They wouldn't let me call it God Bless America. They said that title was already taken. So I named it God, 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 God Bless America. So, anyways, which was ridiculous because anyone could take a title. But in this case, they hassled me. God, 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 God bless America. Because we need a miracle. God, 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 God bless America. Because we need a miracle. Don't leave me alone with all these Americans. God, 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 don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone with all these Americans. 'Cause you know I'll be raped, robbed, and pillaged, stoned. You know I'll be raped, robbed, and pillaged, stoned. Oh God, don't leave me alone. Oh God, help the helpless. Teach them, help themselves. God, 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 help the helpless. Help them to help someone else. But don't leave me alone with all these Americans. God, 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 don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone with all these Americans. 'Cause you know I'll be raped, robbed, and pillaged, stoned. You know I'll be raped, robbed, and pillaged, stoned. You know I'll be raped, robbed, and pillaged, stoned. Oh fuck! Don't leave me alone. God, 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 God bless America.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Dude, we'll be right there. Be right there next to you, man.
All
We won't
right,
leave you
Freddie.
alone.
Nicely done.
Pretty amazing.
Oh, geez. And so hopefully, getting back to next week, um, we'll be observing, not celebrating, Veterans Day. And also, it'll be right after the election. So, depending on which way it goes, we can either celebrate or commiserate. Um, and uh, and maybe we can pull off a miracle at the polls. But it's going to take all of us. It's going to take everybody and his brother to make that miracle happen. So that's what's happening next week. I want to thank you, Freddie. Neil, are you with us now?
Neil's back.
I am.
Neil's
Yes.
back. Ah, good. You were
Yes.
away working with your daughter.
Yep.
We're just checking in. We talked all about the MGG thing, but perhaps you might have some words of wisdom for us.
No, I just I apologize to everybody that I missed because I'm sure you had a grand, wonderful night tonight, and
Yeah.
but I'm doing my EMT refresher, so I'm in between venues but more importantly, getting my EMT refresher, so I still know how to save myself. Uh, but
Well,
but but it's just great to hear and see all that I saw tonight. There's so many wonderful artists that you always attract, Stephen and Kathy, and can't thank you
very.
enough for what you
What a
do.
family. What a family indeed. And
Yeah,
yourself
for
included,
sure.
of course. You're always in our hearts, whether you're present at the Catbird or not.
Well,
And
right
we
back
love
at
you.
you.
All right.
But I thank you, and I'm glad. Hope we'll see everybody before that. But for our next MGG concert on the 13th of November, coming up soon.
Yes, it is.
So we'll.
All right.
Neil, good to see you. Glad you made it.
Thanks,
Hey,
man.
me too. Me too.
I want to
Thank
thank Neil. I want to thank Freddie. I want to thank Diane and Ellis and cousin Linda and Judy and Storm and Tom and Karen and I can't read it. Oh, Pat.
Michael.
And Michael and Snake and Michelle and Marianne and Rich and Mike and John for doing what you do and being who you are.
Being here with us.
Being here with us, part of the family. We love you. And that's about all I've got to say, except as the Lakota say, Mitakoye Oyasin. We are all related, all interrelated, all interconnected, all interdependent. And Wakantan Kanishiyun, may the Great Spirit walk with you.
So with you and Kathy
Thank
and
you, Steve and
everybody in the
Kathy.
house. Thank
Thank
you
you
all.
so much.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank
Great
you
night
all.
as always.
Well,
Night.
Everybody,
Fun
Thank
night.
you, everyone.
Good to see
Wonderful
everybody.
night.
Fun
don't
night.
Good,
forget to
everyone.
vote.
Night
Vote
all.
blue,
Vote,
straight down the
vote,
line.
Don't
vote,
forget to
vote,
vote.
Vote.
My mail-in
Vote.
ballot is already
Already,
in.
already done.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, us too.
Already
Yeah,
done.
vote early and often.
Right.
That's a Democrat.
Right.
All
All right.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Be safe and
Bye.
be well.